In this video, we're going to be talking about how to simplify the expression 5 times the cube root of minus 34. So just like in the last example, we're dealing with a negative inside an odd root radical. So we know how to handle that. The negative is just going to get pulled out. So continuing with the example, we have that minus that's going to get pulled outside the radical. But we also have this 5 floating around out here. Since this is outside the radical, it's kind of not part of our concern, so it's just going to get carried along in all the steps of everything that we do to simplify the radical part. So rewriting this, I get 5 times cube root of minus 34. This is equal to, well, we're going to pull the negative out. We're going to pull the negative out in front. So this gives us negative 5 times the cube root of 34. Since everything outside the radical is being multiplied, it's not going to be 5 minus the radical, it's just going to be minus 1 times 5. Everything in sight is being multiplied here, so be very careful about that. So now we're looking at a radical with cube root of 34. Let's see if we can break down this 34 using a factor tree. So we're at 34. 34 is an even number, so we're going to divide by 2, so we can maybe divide this into something more tractable. And that gives us 2 times 17. So 17 is also prime. 2 is prime. So we're stuck with what we have here. We don't have clusters of 3, but that's okay, because if I were to rewrite this, I could just leave it as 34. Or I could rewrite it this way, and so I can illustrate what's happening here. So we have 2 times 17. Sure, we could use our product rule for radicals, but that's not going to help us. It's not going to cancel because we need groups of 3. We need powers of 3 in here. We don't have them. So we're stuck literally with this guy. That's our simplified version. So if you like, you can rewrite it as exactly what I just circled. Seems a little redundant, but it's just to illustrate the point that you cannot break this down any further. This is completely simplified. So we are done with this example.